¿cómo estás? Exactly why I said learning Spanish is super important in 2026. Hello everyone, it's 2026 and the world looks a little different than it did just a few years ago. While AI translation has become incredibly fast, I still believe it hasn't replaced the human connection. In fact, in a world of automated voices, being a true polyglot is now a high-value, human-only skill. Today, we are looking at the most useful languages to learn right now. If you want to future-proof your career, expand your business, simply connect with the world's fastest growing economy, or simply connect with the world's fastest growing regions, these are the 4 languages you should be focusing on. In my personal opinion, this is obviously subject to your personal experience. First on the list, we have Mandarin Chinese, the economic essential. In 2026, please bear in mind I'm reading from my laptop just to make sure that I've got my ducks in a row. So in 2026, China remains the world's manufacturing e-commerce titan. But it's no longer just about making things. It's about innovating them. With over an astonishing 1.1 billion speakers, Mandarin is the gateway to the second largest economy on Earth. That's insane. So whether you are in supply chain management, green technology, or high-end finance, Mandarin isn't just a bonus skill. It's a seat at the table. Why learn it now? Because as the Belt and Road initiatives continue to mature, Mandarin has become the primary business language across much of Southeast and Central Asia. Even a truly very basic level of proficiency, it shows a high level of respect and commitment that an AI translator simply cannot replicate during high-level stakes and negotiations. Second on the list, we have Spanish. No-brainer there. Spanish is the cultural and domestic powerhouse. If you live in the Americas, Spanish is arguably the most practical language you can acquire. Over 500 million speakers. It's the official language of 21 countries. But here is the 2026 twist. The United States is now home to one of the largest Spanish-speaking populations in the entire world. In sectors like healthcare, law, and digital marketing, Spanish is no longer a foreign language. It's domestic necessity. Plus, Latin America's tech hubs, from Mexico City to Buenos Aires, are booming with startups in fintech and renewable energy. If you're looking for the best effort to reward ratio, Spanish it is. Spanish is relatively easy for English speakers to learn, and the cultural payoff in music, film, and travel, it's immediate. Thirdly, the language very close to my heart, le français, language of potentially future Africa. Now, whether or not you are surprised to see French on the list, the data doesn't lie at all. While we often think of Paris or Montreal, the true future of French could potentially lie in Africa. By some estimates, by 2050, the majority of French speakers will live on the African continent, which is insane. Don't take my word for it. Please go do your own research. I highly encourage it. These are simply facts I have found as a social sciences student, as well as doing some research and obviously being a massive language enthusiasts. In 2026, countries like Senegal, the DRC, as well as Ivory Coast are major players in global trade and infrastructure. French is also the bedrock of international diplomacy, serving as an official language of the United Nations, or the UN for short. French is also an international language for NATO and the International Olympic Committee. So, if your career path involves international law, humanitarian work, or the burgeoning African consumer market, French is your strategic golden ticket. Fourth on the list, we have Hindi, the new tech frontier. Finally, let's look at this language, which has absolutely skyrocketed in demand this year. India is currently one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. So while English is widely used in Indian business, Hindi is the key to tapping into the next billion users. As India's domestic tech ecosystem explodes significantly in AI development and mobile commerce, the ability to speak Hindi allows you to navigate the cultural nuances of a market that is becoming the world's most important consumer base. The language of a rising superpower, and in 2026, being able to converse in Hindi is a massive differentiator in the global talent pool. So which ones should you choose based off this list I gave? Number 1, pick Mandarin for global trade and innovation. Pick Spanish for immediate utility and the American market. Thirdly, pick French for diplomacy and the African boom. Fourthly, pick Hindi to be at the frontier of the next digital revolution. However, I strongly encourage you to learn a language based on your own personal interest and your why. That's probably the most important reason to learn a language, is why you should be learning it in the first place. So if these are in line with your interests, stay tuned for some more language learning tips and content. The best time to start learning a language was yesterday. The second best time to start learning a language is today. Which one will you pick? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.